Hello present, hello future, hello you. Today, I want to talk about gender. There have been a whole bunch of great videos on YouTube lately about the topic of gender, such as Vihart's video, which I'm going to link to below, as well as Savannah's video, which I will also link to below. And those videos have inspired me to make a video about gender and my experiences with gender. Yeah. So I have a very distinct memory of a conversation I had with my mom walking home from school on the first day of second grade. And she was asking, the typical first day of school questions. Did you make any new friends? And I started talking about this kid I had met, and he was a pretty cool kid. I thought he was a pretty cool kid, and my mom asked if this kid was a boy or a girl, and I didn't know, and I also didn't remember the kid's name, so I couldn't get any ideas from that. I just had no idea. And I remember my mom seeming very taken aback that I had been talking about how cool this kid was when I didn't even know the kid's gender. And before my mom had asked, it hadn't even occurred to me that that would be like an important thing to know. I hadn't even considered it. It was just another little trait that maybe I would learn eventually, but it didn't really matter. Looking back at that, I'm pretty sure it was an early second grader crush, but that's irrelevant. Basically, to me as a second grader, gender did not seem like a thing of any importance. I didn't need to know about the gender of another person. I could. I knew most of my friends' genders, but it didn't seem like it mattered. And as I've grown up, gender, particularly my own gender, has kind of become more solidified, but I don't think that's so much because it's an inherent thing in my mind. I think it's just because I've been so surrounded with it. So me, I was assigned male at birth. I identify as a guy. And for the most part, I just identify as totally cis. But in the last couple of years, I've become more aware of the fact that gender is not a binary. It's not just guy or girl, it's a spectrum. And there have been a couple times where I felt like maybe I'm not 100% totally a guy, and where an element of being another gender has seemed kind of appealing. Never enough for me to really care. See, I've never had any discomfort at all with identifying as a guy. I've never had any gender dysphoria. I've also never really had any gender euphoria, which is when you feel really good identifying as another gender, but I have had some moments of that's kinda nice. There's never really enough gender ambiguity for me to care or identify as anything else. It just seems kind of insignificant to me. I'm a guy because I was told I'm a guy and it's easy, so why not? Let's take it. Sure. So it's not really enough for me to care. It's almost not even enough for me to talk about, but I feel like there is importance to analyzing our own genders. Because there are gender roles that are pushed onto us by society, and I think it's important to evaluate our own behaviors and think about which ones come from who we actually are and which ones are pushed on us as a result of gender or other traits. And I think there are some behaviors and some elements of being a guy that I just kind of accept without thinking of them, and that maybe aren't the most beneficial and sometimes can even be harmful. There are just a whole bunch of unspoken gender norms, and I think it's important to deconstruct those and see which ones we actually want to follow and which ones we just kind of have because they've been pushed on us. Yeah, I think I had more to say, but I'm not sure what, so maybe I'll say it later. Basic summary: I am a mostly cis guy, but we should think about our genders. Yeah, that's that. Tell me about your experiences with gender and stuff down in the comments. We can share and talk about that, and yeah. Okay, should I have a sign-off? Yeah.